Good morning. Welcome to this week's What Matters, where we speak about an issue of basically concern to us as Malaysians typically, but today also taking a step up into the rest of the world as well, as we explore a humanitarian mission all the way to Syria under the jurisdiction and purview of the Muslim Care Malaysia organization. Yeah. So first of all, welcoming into the studios live for the segment today, and also wanting to make a quick welcome to our friends who are joining us on Facebook as well, right? We have gone live there at TRAXXfm official for this segment. If you like a behind the scenes look into what's happening in the interview right now, as well as your chance to post your opinion, or maybe even a question for Tuan Haji, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Right, so we can actually handle that via Facebook. We have gone live there, my colleagues are telling me, so join us there as well. We are at TRAXXfm official. Meanwhile, in the studios with me right now, Tuan Haji Zulkifli Wahijan, who is the president of the Muslim Care Malaysia. Right, thank you so much for coming in. Good morning.
Good morning, Good morning, Mr. Kong Yu, and thank you for the TRAXXfm who inviting us to be to share our thought, to share our experience, and tell also to all the crew members. So I'm really happy that we are here. And good morning and assalamualaikum to all the listeners.
Okay, let's begin with the organization itself, right? Tell us more, right, Tuan Haji, about Muslim Care Malaysia.
Okay, I want to share what Muslim Care begin in 2005. Actually, it started from a group of people without no organization. It's just a group of people who like to help others. So during that time, happened in end of December 2004 is a big tsunami in Aceh, where around 200,000 people perished, and so we give the first aid in our first mission in January 2005. So we went there and see it's a disastrous area, where we can see the corpse lying on the road during that time, and they pick the corpse and put in the plastic bag, the bag plastic. So it's really a sad thing to see. And that time, not many Malaysian NGO, I think a few only, maybe Muslim Care is one of them. So we give them, and one day we saw these international NGOs, they are really serious. It's not only bringing their aid, but also they bring this using their helicopters. All this, it's very, very advanced compared to our people. But it's no problem. But since then, we think we should have an international NGO who can help people internationally. So beginning from that, so when we came back to Malaysia, we group of people established this Muslim Care Malaysia, where our people comprises of many backgrounds, some from a professional background, some from a Muslim scholar, some from the volunteers. So this team of people is really enthusiastic to help people around the world. So from that until now, we give aid to more than 30 countries. So in Malaysia, in domestically and internationally. I think in many parts of the world we give aid, especially in Middle East country, like Palestine, Syria, Yemen, and also African countries, in Chad, in Sudan, in Tanzania, in some of the countries in Nigeria as well, and some of the countries in Africa, and also in European countries. Not everything are well off. Some of them are not that rich.
Yeah,
like in some part of the Europe, in Poland, in Bulgaria, this kind of and also not only the European people, but some refugees coming from Syria, from Palestine are in Europe. So millions of them. It's not. I think maybe close to 1 million. So it's a big numbers. So they are scattered around Europe, especially in Germany, and also in other Poland, in Ireland, in Ireland, and since the most countries are in Germany and some are in France and a few countries in European countries. So
tell us about because you're already talking about like the various types of activities, that Muslim Care Malaysia does. Now, who actually makes up the people in it? There are of course leaders like you, but there are also other people, volunteers, some people from maybe medical backgrounds. Tell us who makes up Muslim Care Malaysia team.
Okay, our team consists of professional. Some are big in a multinational company like Petronas, Maybank, and also from the background, medical doctors, specialists from Prince Court, from KPJ, and our medical officer, Dr. Charis, especially in Prince Court, and they have their own team and volunteers and ready to help people around the world. And also our volunteers. Currently we have in Malaysia there are 600 volunteers. So when happen any disaster, like say the recent flood case, they are ready to give help. So this for the past month we make the deliveries 30 days non-stop since 15 December until 15 January. So and now we are more relaxed compared to the last month.
The peak of the cleanup of the flood.
Yeah, so this group also comprises of some government staff, some doctors from government, and also the private hospitals, and also some professional, as I mentioned, some accountants, some the bankers. So all these are really a good mix. So it can go further lah. I mean, doing the blue collar work and also white collar work, all this.
So it's a whole mixture of different activities, right? So how maybe you can summarize with us, because this was something that was of concern for us in Malaysia, the recent flood situation. Luckily, the weather has improved, and then of course now, we're still on a watch out for a couple of flash floods here and there. And we still hear about certain areas when it gets heavy rain. We still have some of these flood problems, but maybe summarize for us, how was that experience for Muslim Care Malaysia in dealing with the floods overall? Okay,
flood is a very good experience for a lesson learned, and actually it must have a good coordination effort between government and the NGOs. So this is not happening well this time around. So seeing that everybody is doing their own business.
Correct, yeah.
So we saw this because every year we facing the same problem, flood, especially at the end of the year. So we have to look overall. So we can see that too many people giving food. So even the government also. So when we see, it cannot be. So it must be a centralized, it's called a war room that control this. It might be led by government, so that all NGOs who are interested to join, they must prepare from now to face the next flood. It's not happening. So because every NGO has their own specialization. Like one NGO maybe can provide clean water, one NGO maybe can provide the blanket, the mattress, all this. Another NGO maybe food. So we can consolidate and also give the help efficiently. And now it's not the hope to reduce the double thing, to reduce the redundancy there.
Redundancy.
So that's why when they say, so food is okay, is one area, but another area is clean water. It's very essential because there are 3 weeks water cut in Dusun Tua in Ulangat recently. So we give them help to provide the clean water, and so the road tanker who can give the clean water to every houses in every house in Dusun Tua. And also this this backhoe, the excavator, the roro is for garbage, lorry garbage who can take the rubbish, and it's very important, because if late the what's called it can give them illness to the people there. So this can to be and have one, might be there's already there, but we cannot see this coordination effort happening. So hopefully it can be improved. Right. Because recent flood is very sad. I think the highest numbers of casualties. More than 50 people died. So it's very sad for the we are almost developed country, so shouldn't be happening like that.
Thanks for so frankly and honestly sharing those points with us. So I understand that your team is about to leave or embark for an overall humanitarian mission to Syria. Okay, we'll come to that, Tuan Haji, after a short break. Right, so you can get caught up, and also with your for our friends who are online with us as well, to catch up as well and to join in our TRAXXfm Facebook Live. So we'll be back in a few moments right here for more happening your way on our topic of the day right here on What Matters. Stay tuned. Back in a bit. Good morning. Welcome back to What Matters for today, January 26, 2022. Today I'm speaking to Muslim Care Malaysia, which is basically an Islamic NGO active in humanitarian aid and also lots of missions across borders, not just in Malaysia, but also abroad. Being established in 2006, they have been heavily involved with humanitarian aid mission in Palestine, Syria, Indonesia, Pakistan, Iran, Iraq, Myanmar, Cambodia, and also various other disaster-stricken countries, including some in Europe as well, yeah? And in particular for this season, also helping and contributing to the alleviation of the flood situation that occurred at the end of 2021 into the early part of 2022, yeah? So thank you so much to my special guest live in the studios with me right now, Tuan Haji Zulkifli Wahijan, who is the president of the organization himself, yeah? I understand, yeah, Tuan Haji, tell us about the assistance and the mission that you are about to embark on. I understand this one is going to be happening very soon, right? In a matter of days. Tell us about this humanitarian mission to Syria.
Thank you again, Mr. Kong. So, inshallah, within 3 days, I think 4 days' time, on Saturday, we will send our 11 people teams, a team to give humanitarian aid in Syria. Historically, since 2013, we already giving aid to this Syrian refugee in Syria and also outside Syria. In outside Syria, I mean the most in Turkey, where about 1 million refugees, and some of them in other part of Europe, and some also come to Asian countries. So in 2013, we build school, we help them in terms of food, in terms of clothes, and also the most important is a sustainable thing that I can elaborate further. But this one, our team 11 this time around, with the help of Malaysian people. Malaysian people are very kind and generous. Since 2013 until I think we spend more than I can say it's more than 20 million ringgit already we spend. Every year we allocate around 2 million ringgit at least, or maybe sometimes it can go until 3 or 4 million due to the sometimes heavy bombing, all this. So we give them shelters, we give them food, and also the especially the most important that we must look after them is the education. So this education is a sustainable thing that I think not many NGOs around the world do this. In Syria especially, because maybe the cost is high, of course very high, and also the security, the security, because we experienced 2 times of bombing to our schools, where actually we have 3 schools in Syria, 3 schools, where starting in 2008 as I mentioned, so there are about 20,000 students already went through our school. So until now, some of them already work in Turkey and some are in the University of Turkey. So this is a success story from, very proud, and this is from Malaysia's support and Malaysia donation. So imagine 20,000 people through this school. So this time around, this another 4 days, we will bring medicine, food, shelters, and also the what's called the clothes and the blanket for them, because this time around is the snow and also the cold is very extreme. And the news 2 days ago in the news said that 15 children died due to this extreme coolness in the north part of Syria. This area that we want to do is in the Idlib city and the north part of Syria. So we are focusing on this area, and also we will help the refugees in Turkey. We have school in Turkey, 3, and also 3 in Syria. So this one will help the Syrian refugees, and we also have what's called we breed cows there to help them they can stand on their own.
Interesting.
In future,
so this is all the long-term mission of the Muslim Care Malaysia, or are you collaborating with other organizations as well on the education, Tuan Haji, and also in this even on the animal husbandry, the breeding of the cows there?
Okay. So we collaborate with actually we established Muslim Care Syria based in Turkey. So we registered in Turkey. So the people who work there are Syrian people, but as a Muslim Care Malaysia volunteers. So they are looking after this, the one that I said about our school and also our annual project to breed cows, you know. So this, what we do is for the short term as food and shelter and also the clothes is for short term, but the long term is the breeding cows. So hopefully one day they can stand their own. So don't need. Hopefully, it's our vision that one day they can stand their own without our support. And education also is very important, because once you have your education, you can go and you can survive. You know, without education, you will be there and you cannot survive in the future and cannot have a developed generation in future. So these are our different compared to other mission. And you know, every month we spend for education, for the salary, it's around close to 100,000 ringgit every month. It's not included yet with food, with clothes and other aid, you know. So thank you. So that hopefully the Malaysian can continue to support this until the school, the country become peace in one day, inshallah.
Hopefully that is the case as well, yeah? So in this particular mission or submission, shall we say, the new visit and also what you hope to achieve with the team that's leaving on Saturday, Haji, how is the preparation going, and what is the, maybe also can share with us the main objective of this team this time around?
Okay, the main objective is to help them suffering with the extreme cold now.
Right.
And also, there's also sadly flood is happening there.
Oh, so
in the some part area. So the one in the area is cold, so some part flood. Maybe no snow, but the flood is there. But this one is very extreme cold. So we focusing on saving their life. It's our agency there. And also to continue the education part, I went to, because last few days, 5 days ago, one of our school were being bombarded by the bomb, and half part of the school was destroyed. They want to rebuild again the school, because education, as I mentioned, is very, very important for them to stay alive and survive in future. And also thanks to the Malaysian donors who this time around will give them about 500,000 ringgit for this mission, because it's limited to bring the cash. And also we at the same time we already send some of the money to run their school, our school, and also have their food, because during the war food is very difficult and very expensive. So this is our duty to help them as a good. But as mentioned to you, I want to say also, maybe we want to correct the perception. Maybe some people think Muslim Care is Malaysia to help Malaysia, Muslim. No, we have experience. We helping people in Japan during the tsunami, and also people in Nepal during earthquake a few years ago. I think 2 times already happened in Nepal. And currently we plan to help people in Tonga near the Fiji. So regardless of the races, regardless of religion, that's why our motto is cross-border humanitarian. We cross the border regardless of country, and also regardless of races and regardless of religion. So it's good. And also in the Malaysia also, we have Muslim and non-Muslim, especially when we build house, especially when the poor non-Muslim also we provide some house or repair their house in Malaysia.
So these are some of the other goals and objectives as well of Muslim Care Malaysia, and also in general, maybe just for education's sake, and also just so that people can be more aware of your organization. Can you share with us where can the general public learn more about Muslim Care Malaysia and also its programs, activities, and also maybe even get interests or the advice of how they can join Muslim Care Malaysia?
First, actually I should say earlier, our mission is empowering humanity from poverty, ignorance and destruction via integrated intervention. So that's why education is there, the food is there, so all is there. Basically. And also internationally, alhamdulillah, we also recognized by United Nations, where actually UNICEF Turkey awarded a school for Muslim kids to run in Rehandi town,
Nice.
the border between Syria and Turkey. So you're proud of Malaysian,
Yes.
so that they get trust from UNICEF.
Wonderful. Actually, to share with you, my sister-in-law is with UNICEF, and she's based in Syria.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so-
Hopefully I can meet him.
Hopefully, you can get it. Yes.
Okay. So that also in the international, we also given recognition by Turkish government in 2020 because Muslim Camps give aid to earthquake victims in Izmir, Turkey, and we also appointed as a goodwill ambassador by the Palestinian government. So all these are our success. So if you want to contribute or to be with us, everybody listeners there can go to our website muslimcaremalaysia.my or our Facebook or IG Muslim Care Malaysia Society. So this IG or FB you can go, then our FB is very active. You can comment there, you can give suggestion there, so that we can be together. And also some might want to be volunteers.
Yeah.
For Muslim Camp here, of course you are welcome. You are welcome, so that you can be part of us, either in in Malaysia or in other parts of the world. Because after the Syrian mission, we also plan to go for Afghanistan mission in March 2022. Also the next one, Tonga, we want to have a earthquake help to them, give help who are being affected by a recent earthquake.
That's right.
And also not forgetting the Palestinian people, and also in African countries are very poor, in Ethiopia, in Nigeria, and some African countries. So we look up, inshallah, with your support, with your dua, Malaysian people can do, boleh, Malaysia boleh.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tuan Haji, for coming in to share with us about the activities. Looks like it's going to be a very busy year ahead for your organization. All the best, and of course, immediate well wishes for the team who is, of course, embarking on the Syrian mission in a matter of a couple of days from now. Yeah, thank you so much for coming on board with us. I've been speaking to my special guest today, Tuan Haji Zulkifli Wahijan, who is the president of Muslim Malaysia, right here on a special What Matters segment on TRAXXfm. Meanwhile, of course, lots more to come on the program right here on Trax Momentum. I'll be with you all the way till 2 p.m. Stay tuned and keep it locked tight right here on Trax Momentum.
Enjoy rides and dips in the river with the elephants in Kuala Ganda. TRAXXfm 105.3 Kuantan, Pahang.